What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome back to WWE 2K19 Universe Mode Worlds Collide. We've seen Raw, we've seen SmackDown. Let's get into some NXT. Kicking things off, we have the Master of NXT, Triple H, versus Dink the Clown. Now there are a couple of guys. Oh no! Ciampa is here. The champ, the NXT champion, is not going to relinquish his belt to Triple H. He does not want any piece of that. And Triple H is at a disadvantage fighting off against Dink the Clown. The damage has been done. So, yeah, don't mess with Ciampa. Seriously. But here is the King of Kings in NXT. In any event, welcome to a fine Saturday here on the program. The timing here is interesting because obviously NXT TakeOver in real life is tonight. Now, in this universe mode, a couple of guys are on all three shows. Triple H is one, John Cena is one, Taker and Kane, they're on all three brands, but you also have that main brand. Obviously, Triple H, NXT is his main brand. And because Triple H loves power, and he realizes this whole thing with the wormhole and the worlds colliding, that he needs to consolidate that power, get back to his own world, he wants that NXT title, thinks that that's the easiest way to get that done. But obviously, Ciampa is still the champ, so gotta go through him first, if you will. And so, Dink the Clown here, kind of an afterthought, if anything else. So, moving on to our news section for today, with TakeOver tonight. I would imagine that A, it's probably going to be a better show than Survivor Series. They usually have TakeOvers be better shows than their Sunday night compatriots. But also, we have a TakeOver. So you have to wonder, will you have whoever is the hottest free agent sitting in the front row of that TakeOver tonight? And who would that be? You got some options. You've got some people you've already announced that you signed that you haven't had on TV yet. Have some options. So I'm very curious to find out, and I'm definitely hyped for that show, more than I'm hyped for the show tomorrow. So there is that. I did want to kind of very briefly mention this whole James Ellsworth catastrophe. Obviously, screw that guy, get him off any show, period, ever, to send him to jail for what he's done, if that's what he's done. But man, look, people ask me a lot, why don't you do more videos with other people? Why don't you have more collaboration videos on your channel? And I'm like, Steve Austin put it the best. DTA, don't trust anybody. Like, I have myself on camera 95% of the time. It's just me, because I can trust myself 100% to not do something incredibly stupid and or illegal. So I do videos with Grim and Duhop and Echo Mog and that kind of thing, because I've known them forever, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to screw things up. So, just, that's the whole thing there. I've taken down all my old challenge videos that featured Ellsworth in them. Obviously not in real life, but in the game, as I don't want any part of that. No thank you. No thank you. Anyway, moving on to better news, to brighter news, we have the fact that Starrcade, that they're going to film as a house show at the end of next week, is going to have 1 hour of that show put on the network. And we had heard there are going to be some plans to put some house shows on the network. So, unfortunately, last year we didn't get that, right? So at least this year we're getting at least a piece of that Starrcade. Now, unfortunately, the original plan for this particular Starrcade was going to be Becky and Charlotte in a solid steel cage. Obviously not happening now. But, you know, it's cool stuff. So, that'll be up the day after the show. So the show is on Saturday, and Dink here getting screwed. Stephanie certainly paying dividends. That'll be up on the network on Sunday, which is next Sunday. The 25th, I believe, is the date on that. Now, Triple H here having this much problem putting away Dink, the freaking clown man. I mean, I don't know what... I'm not sure what version of Dink this is supposed to be, but it's the game. It's Triple H. And, I mean, look, I get it. There was interference at the beginning of a match, but still, it's the King of Kings. Come on now. Chair in the ring, what's Triple H gonna do? What can the game do to put away the clown? The clown prince of NXT, if you will. And I actually just had a thought here about who Dink's manager should be. I'll get to that as we discuss NXT later on. But I guess, interestingly enough, on the show here tomorrow is going to be Backlash, our first pay-per-view of this universe mode. And that's going to be a long episode, so I guess look forward to that. I mean, I'm going to obviously be most interested in whatever title belts are being defended. Obviously, that's the way to progress this story. And here it is! The pedigree on Dink. That's it, Dink. That's it, Dink. 1, 2, 3. I didn't think so. Of course, Triple H fighting through that distraction from Ciampa. Fighting through everything. So Dink, while putting up certainly a fight, the interference of Stephanie definitely makes Triple H continue to be the game. And there we go. Papa H doing things. Next up in our rivalry, we have the NXT North American Champion, Gentleman Jack Gallagher, versus No Way Jose. Now then, will there be any interference in this? Also, why is there a Money in the Bank briefcase? I mean, look, I understand it's a ladder match and all, but why is there a Money in the Bank briefcase? I don't know. Video game reasons. Like, this is not for Money in the Bank. And I did put in an NXT Money in the Bank, who the current holder of that is Chris Jericho. But
the NXT North American Champion, Gentleman Jack Gallagher.
But I certainly did not authorize any additional Money in the Bank business. So why can't it be a plain black briefcase? Or, you know, his title or something? I don't know anymore. Anyway, elsewhere in your, I guess, news, I'm not sure if it's news or not, but Ken Shamrock is claiming he's going to be back into a wrestling ring and be wrestling again. And had Ken Shamrock never left, I think he could have done way better in his career. But these days, I don't think he's in any shape to do anything, really. It's way too much actual cranium damage from fighting for real, from going back to MMA, for going into, like, boxing stuff and, what was it, boxing with no, like, it was like bare fist, bare knuckle boxing. I'm like, that'll mess you up real good. Real good. Anyhow, ladder match underway. No Way Jose, Jack Gallagher. And it's for a Money in the Bank briefcase, but not really. But not really. Because, again, our NXT Money in the Bank holder is Chris Jericho. And when will he cash in? We shall see. I'm not even sure who's going to be defending against what belt at the pay-per-view at Backlash just yet. In this weird little universe that I've managed to cobble together from all kinds of community creations and whatnot. In any event, I mean, there could be interference in this match. You never know. Honestly, I put it all out of my own control because I want to know what's going to happen. I want to be as surprised as you guys. Certainly, I can influence things here and there, but I want to be as surprised as you guys are in these things. And certainly yesterday, with that glitch with All Might and Randy Orton, and then going through the cage, I don't even know how to do that. I'm not even sure what you do to put somebody through a steel cage like that. And it happened, so that's cool. That makes for a better video, because I don't even know. I can react to it, you know, and that kind of thing. But we're here for this match. This ladder match, if you will. Will it be interesting? Will it be boring? I mean, there is no ladder in play yet, and honestly, my thought was, some of these guys who've gone to the main roster that are kind of not doing anything on the main roster, like a No Way Jose, needs to go back to NXT, where they were somewhat more appreciated, if you will. Okay, I was beginning to wonder if either man understood this was a ladder match. It took a long time for them to actually go get a ladder from the outside. Now we can get into it further. I was kind of sitting here waiting for it. And I'm like, where's the ladder, guys? Come on. It's a ladder match. Spent too much time just getting things done in the ring, and not actually getting out of the ring and getting the tools of the trade for this ladder match. Now then, Jose making his way to the top. Gallagher pushing that ladder. Is it enough? Oh, it was! It was! Electric chair. Missed the ladder, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Keep on. Keeping on, gentlemen. It is a fight here. It is a knockdown, drag-out fight. And that ladder is once again kind of creeping out of the ring. Yeah. Alright, No Way Jose has once again disposed of Gentleman Jack and now is very confused in trying to get this ladder back. and glitching it out and making the ropes weird and all that other good fun stuff that happens in these 2K games. And once again, making that climb, making the ascent. Go on, kid, make yourself famous. Gallagher is just hanging out. All right, he's going to get back in there, and we're going to see the same... All right, no, different. Gallagher up, fighting for it, top of the ladder, so dangerous, 20 feet in the air. Oh, and there goes. No way, Jose. Can Gallagher bring down this briefcase for no real reason besides, hey, I got a briefcase? Like, you're not going to be Mr. Money in the Bank, Jack. I'm sorry. That's not how this thing works. But he's looking pretty good here. He's been out there for a while. That should be enough to get that thing down. Like, seriously, I don't know how long the computer takes to actually get the thing in the hole with a dumb minigame. I can't see it because it's a match for the CPUs. And here comes Jose. You took too long, Gentleman Jack. You took too freaking long, man. Electric chair. And now Jose doing the exact same thing again. I have to say, this has to be Jose, right? He has to have this in the bag, right? Like, I can't imagine any other realistic... Push it? You gonna push it? Nope, you're gonna run into the... Really? Okay, video game. And again, another electric chair for the third time. Just the back and forth, the grit, the heart, the determination of these men who want to get this briefcase that does nothing. Okay, once again, what are you doing, Jose? Get the ladder, man. Climb the ladder, kid. That should be it. If Jack's on the outside, he is barely stirring, he is barely conscious. And no way Jose climbing that ladder ever so gingerly, ever so slowly. Does he have the briefcase? Is that enough, folks? Yes, it is. No way Jose wins this ladder match. But Jack Gallagher is still your NXT. A proud champion. Soak it in. Oh no, it's Pepsi Man! What is Pepsi Man doing here? He wants to give you a cool, refreshing drink. And to do that, he needs that title. Elsewhere on NXT, Baszler versus Bianca. We're going to say Baszler. Got some tag team shenanigans here where it's Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Roderick Strong, Adam Cole versus Ryder and Hawkins. Come on now. And then your final rivalry match of the day here, we got Nash versus Bryan Danielson. The story here is that I've obviously got guys who were in NXT and went to the main roster and did nothing and came back. But also brought in some old timers who want to teach these young kids a lesson. So your NXT Tag Team Champions are Bryan Danielson and Daniel Bryan. Because wormhole, right? Because worlds collide. And obviously Nash and Hall coming in as the old timers wanting to squash these vanilla midgets as they do. That's kind of the top feud in the tag team division here on NXT. So can these old-timers get it done one-on-one tonight? Big matchup. Gonna be an all-time classic. Wait, why is Scott Hall here? Hey, yo. Time to take a survey. And there we go. Scott Hall in the building. Where is Daniel Bryan? As Danielson here goes to work against big sexy Kevin Nash. Can the smaller man, can the physical, the submission acumen of one Danielson manage to put away the power, the strength, the tallness of Kevin Nash? That is the question. See, he's kind of small. He's kind of small, and that's going to be a problem. Can he pull off a Mysterio? What the hell? Already? A jackknife powerbomb? That early? Into the match? Good God. Good God almighty. That might be it, folks. That might be a 1, a 2. Oh no, a 2 count. The resiliency. Trained by Shawn Michaels. The resiliency of Bryan Danielson to fight out of that early jackknife powerbomb. But you know Nash, he has his 6 moves of doom, one of which being the hair flip. So he is not going to give up that easily. He might just hit another jackknife to put away one half of your current reigning, defending, undisputed NXT Tag Team Champions, baby. But can I was gonna say D-Bry. Can B-Dry? Can Bryan Danielson get this job done in his tighty whities and whatnot? Can the American Dragon fight up against Kevin Nash? Wolfpack. Oh! That's just hell of a fall there. He is just too tall. He is just too sweet, if you will. Just running roughshod. Running roughshod. We need some more submission maneuvers here. Oh, he's calling for something. Will it be cattle mutilation? What you got? What you got? Working him over. Working him over. He's got him. He's got him in it. Tap. You gonna tap Nash? You're gonna tap Nash? You're gonna tap like a little baby? No. Alright. 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 Got out of it. Managed to escape the finisher. That's fine. He has other... Oh, no! Here we go. And grabs the leg. Yup. Yup. Outside interference. Referee. Oh! Yup. Back of the head. Scott Hall paying dividends for Big Sexy. Obviously, outsiders gonna be the outsiders. Hey, yo. Only a 1 count there, though. On the distraction, only a 1 count in that bit of business. So, oh, he missed the thing in the corner. He likes doing those knees in the corner. It's one of his 6 moves of doom there. But, big drop kick. Right on the money. Right on the money. Nash, that's not gonna finish the match, Daniel. Come on. Even I know better than that. You don't finish a match on a drop kick. What year do you think it is? Seriously. Headbutts. I don't think Nash can deal with headbutts. Too many years of chair shots. Gonna knock your noggin a little bit. Nash just on the ground. Can't deal with it. Can't deal with it. Alright, yes. Submission maneuvers can be the key to putting away Nash. Take away his limbs, and what does he have? Nothing. Take away the power, he has nothing. Has managed to weather the early storm, right? The early storm, the power game, he managed to get past that. Got out of the jackknife. Oh no, Nash making a comeback. I spoke too soon. Let's say he got out of that early power game and then managed to put in a bunch of submissions here and was wearing down the much bigger, taller, and more powerful Kevin Nash. But now make one little mistake, and that's what happens. The power comes back into play from a man who chokeslammed his own son. You don't want to mess around with Kevin Nash. So if Nash hits one more powerbomb here, one more jackknife, but no, the Danielson special! The Danielson special! Will he tap? Will he tap? What do you got, Nash? What do you got? Give up? Give up? It's like, do you give up? Do you give up? Alright, get out of it. Get out of it. So, how much more can Bryan possibly bring to Big Sexy here? How much more can he possibly... Oh! I'm sorry. We're just done here. We're just done here. He's fought so valiantly and could not withstand 2 jackknife powerbombs. And there's no way. There's no way. It's academic at that point. It's over. But man, I will say the heart and the guts of Bryan Danielson here, lasting way longer than I thought he possibly could, is some good stuff. Compelling stuff. And your winner, and still #1 contender for those NXT tag titles. And to finish out your NXT card, we have a Harley Quinn, who is your current NXT Women's Champion, call-out promo versus Kairi Sane, and she won that promo against Kairi Sane. And then your main event, Dolph Ziggler and Gargano. I'm going to give that victory to Johnny Wrestling. And there we go. Potential rivalry. So there was NXT. Tomorrow will be Backlash. I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos every day. I'll see you next time right here on this channel. And I'm out.